Hello, this is Force 13 UK and Ireland Live with the latest updates on today's exceptional heatwave. Of course, day 2 of this event so far, and we're still looking out to see whether temperatures will exceed 40.2 degrees that was measured at Heathrow earlier, which was, I believe, tied at Coningsby not long ago. So it would appear to me that in the next hour we could see temperatures slightly increase above that number. Indeed, the forecast was 42. I'm not sure we'll get to there, but we could get towards 41 degrees probably in the next hour, at which point I do expect that things will start to cool after 5 o'clock. Now, there's a lot going on in the country right now in terms of well, we've got fire activity all around the southeast and Greater London right now. Some serious fire conditions, and we believe some injuries from that so far. And also up in Lincolnshire as well. And also we are watching the radar there. I'm going to play it actually, showing that line of rain and maybe some thunderstorms moving through, and as you can see it's starting to take up more and more of the country. And behind that line is the much cooler temperatures, and they're on their way. It will come too late for many locations though, particularly further east, who will get some record highs before that comes later this evening. Now, temperatures are falling in quite a few places. London peaked earlier, it's going down. Manchester is down to 37 after a remarkable 38 degree peak earlier, beating its old record by 4 degrees. In Lincolnshire, some records being beaten by 4 degrees there as well. Teesside is still going up, 37 degrees there, beating the old record of 33. Leeming is at 38, the old record was 34. Scampton is at 39, the old record was 35. And Humberside, 39 degrees, previous record was 34. That's beaten the record by 5 degrees. And Coningsby at 40, beating its old record by 5 degrees. Holbeach at 39, staying level right now, 3 ahead of its old record. Waddington's 39, 4 ahead of its old record. Cranwell is at 39, that's 3 ahead of its old record. So they're falling all over the place. I'm just going to go through places that are still rising right now. Wattisham is currently at 35, that's 0.2 degrees off its all-time record, so we might see a new record there. Edinburgh is still going up, it's at 30 degrees right now. The record was 31, set in 1975 and tied yesterday. I might get tied again today at this rate. Birmingham earlier and is still 37 degrees, that's a new record, beating it by 2 degrees. Odiham is going up right now as well and has set a new all-time record, 36 degrees. Bryce Norton, new all-time record, 36 degrees. Just look at Boscombe Down, 35 degrees, that's a new all-time record. Middle Wallop, 35 degrees, that ties the July record. And Staverton, 35 degrees, that ties the all-time record. Middle Wallop's still going up, and a handful of other locations are still going up as well. Just to mention one or two others, Inverness currently at 26 degrees, tying its daily record for this calendar day, July 19th. And those are all the interesting bits of information really, but this is a very serious situation unfolding in the south and east of England right now regarding the fire weather, and things will still remain elevated for fire weather conditions over the next few days as well. So real concerns about that. But so far Highest temperatures we've seen are 40 degrees or 40.2 in Heathrow and Tide at Coningsby, which I think is in Lincolnshire. So who knows whether the record will be set or whether it will end like this with a tie, but I suspect that we will see the record broken again slightly in the next hour. Looking at lightning right now and thunderstorms, there's actually a little bit of thundery outbreaks going on the coast of Ayrshire right now in Scotland. And a few thunderstorms, only little ones, around the Isle of Wight and in Dorset and into Hampshire. It's really fizzling out, honestly. There's only two or three, in fact no, there's only 2 thunderstorms now across the whole of the UK, 1 strike per minute or higher, and there's nothing else coming after this. So we've got a band of rain that's gradually fizzling out. Yes, we could get some thunderstorms that start blowing up later on sporadically across the UK. So we'll have to see what happens with all of that. You'd be very lucky to get one, is all I'll say, really. For most of us, though, we will be enduring for the rest of the day with fairly clear skies. We're getting some hazy cloud here in the northwest, but for most of us it is going to be a difficult afternoon and evening. Temperatures will drop quite a way through the night in the west, but not so much in the east. I know here in the northwest we're expecting a low tonight of 17, which is much more tolerable than last night's low, which was probably around 22, 23 here, and in some places 25. So there's not much else for me to say about that. Let me just go through some records that are being reached in Europe. We have had our first couple of all-time records that have been broken on the continent now. In the Netherlands, Decoy is currently at 36 degrees, which is a new all-time record, the previous record being 35. That's the only European record that has fallen today so far. But some of them are pushing against their July records. Let me try and find some. There's a lot that are getting up there. Just checking. In fact, no one's beaten their July record either yet. But a lot of places are getting close and are breaking their daily records, such as Le Touquet in France, which is just 0.2 degrees off its all-time record. Melun in France, which is only 2 degrees off its record. Gelsenkirchen in Germany, which is only 1 degree off its record. Charles de Gaulle Airport in Paris, currently now at 40 degrees, 1.3 off the all-time record. Nancy is currently at 38, which is 2.1 off its record. Beauvais is currently at 40 degrees, 1.6 off its record as well. Villacoublay is currently at 38, which is 2.2 off its record. Goree in the Netherlands, 31 degrees there. The previous daily record was 27.2. The all-time record's 36.2. And Chievres in Belgium, 39 degrees, 1 degree off its record. Lots of other places that are getting really hot there. I'll just go through some more 40-degree readings. Troyes in France, 40 degrees, the record's 42. The other Paris airports also at 40 degrees right now, and their records are 42 at Orly and 42.1 at Le Bourget. In Norway, there's a new daily record there at Haugesund, 25. Just reading off all of these, but let's see if there's some more 40s just before we finish up here. I don't think so just yet. And time is running out, especially across Europe, before temperatures start to drop again. But most of them are still on the rise on the continent. We'll be back with another update at 5 o'clock here on the Force 13 UK and Ireland channel.